Tinder. I am sure many of you have used it, gone on dates, encounters, anything. Including myself, we have done many things using Tinder. But today, we are going to be reading out the scariest, most freakiest encounters ever happened on Tinder. Okay, the first story we're going to read out is actually called The Strangest Date. Some guy just texted me to come over for some talk and drink. I knew I have less than an hour to come back home and go to sleep. But I was like, okay, fine. It's like 10 minutes from me. I went there. I had been catfished, and when I came and took off my shoes, he told me he's a streamer and we are live. What the fuck? I think he should have told me before I came. I told him I'm not okay with this and I don't feel comfortable. He asked me to stay, but I take my shoes off and wait for him to open the door. He offered me money to stay. Why people are so scary? Now I don't know if I ever would go out with anyone. I'd like to add that he was looking at me and talking to me like, stop saying you are not comfortable. People are listening. I hate man. Amen. So he literally invited her to come round and stream her at the same time. Like, it sounds like he had something set up for his stream. Like, his stream dared him to do something. People literally will go out and do the strangest things with their Tinder dates. Just like, for like view purposes only. You know what I mean? Like, I would never go that far. Yeah, that's fucked. Also, if this is like a first date or first time you're actually talking to someone, why the hell would you agree to go in that house? Like, you need to get to know someone for at least a month first before actually agreeing to go to their place or something. Well, a month is probably a long time. I'll say at least like 3 weeks max, you know what I mean? Like, get to know the person first. Because you have no idea what people's fucked up intentions are. First time I used Tinder and end up going out with a guy who I think tried to kill me. So me, 21 female, and this guy 21. Okay, so both same age, 21 years old. Started talking on Tinder and we walked for a week before we met. See, that's a good start, yeah. When we met, it was all good. We actually talked for a good 2 months. Just one day he was acting different and weird. I told my ex text me and he got very defensive and just weird, mind you. We were heading to the beach. When we left to the beach, something in the freeway damaged his car, but I kept telling him, let's just go to the movies. But he kept insisting that we go to the beach, which I didn't even want to at that point anymore. We went to Mona because he needed to get a knife. We got the knife to fix his car. The car ride was nice, but kept on talking about my exes, and I hate when men do that, so I kept it short and it was mostly quiet till the beach. If he's like looking to fix his car, why the hell would you need a knife? Like, that's actually a straightaway sign. Like, that's fucked. Why would you get a knife in the first place? We get to the beach and it's almost dark and we take pics. We ended up sitting down next to the beach looking at waves. Then we start talking, but I get this feeling that, you know, something feels off. I see he's playing with his pocket knife. This is like a 12-inch one, so I start panicking. I ask him to give it to me because I don't mess with that. He ends up giving it to me and I have it for a while. He then asks for it back. I was panicking, so I give it back to him. He ends up playing with it again, this time like it's almost open. I try to make a convo, changing the subject and trying to be funny. We end up getting up and leaving. One guy is still there. When I look up then leave, I felt this impending doom. He starts to take his knife out and I immediately asked for it, so I have it for him and he asked for it again. This time we were fighting for it and it was a bad tug of war. Luckily I kept it with me the whole time. When we left and when I got home, I don't know, I'm tripping, but there was definitely something wrong. Yeah, that does seem odd. Like, I don't know if he actually had that intention to actually try and kill the person. But it's like, why have you got a pocket knife in the first place? That's not fixing your car. It's not any purposes. Like, you don't take that to the beach, especially at night as well. You know what I mean? Like, it actually sounds like he was literally going to kill you and throw you in a tidal wave. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, give it time to talk to someone before you actually exploit something, because you literally never know what's gonna happen. It's okay to talk about your ex in the past, but there's a way of going about it. You know what I mean? Because like, if it was constant, then like, you know, it can get a bit weird. I personally would never ever talk about any of my exes to anyone unless they ask or want to know. A word of warning. Dear friends of the Tinder sub, I have a word of warning for the ladies and also the playboys. So this man I matched with 3 years ago, 39, is a serial playboy. I know he used Tinder as frequently as Feb, but I suspect he's on to pull for more people to add to give the harem harem now. He tends to go for dark-haired women with nice smile and a big heart and possibly sharky self-esteem, who are older than him for the most part. I'm 50. Jesus Christ, okay. He starts the usual lump blooming and make you feel like you are the only woman in existence by sending to you, sending selfies and articles and pouring on the charm. Then he finds an excuse to go back away, then he can use a gaslight you. He will breadcrumb you into oblivion and give you just barely enough to keep you interested. When you give back away, he will make effort and he will hook again, he pulls away again. Is this sex or just like general conversation? His profile said enchanting, but he was the most attractive man I've come across, and look-wise was exactly what I hoped for. He had on his profile football, language exchange, vegan lifestyle, and I could recall the rest. He speak 9 languages. Okay, so he's intelligent. He recently got caught speaking to 10 women and a prostitute at once. He moved to Spain a year and a half ago from Ireland, and within a month was living with a girl he met in 2014 who he'd always been casual with. He ramped up because he wanted to live in Spain. He always had the money even though he didn't have a job, so either his parents were sensing some of he was having women funding for his lifestyle. Recently I received screenshots from his WhatsApp showing other conversations, and a topless photo of me was sent to some of these women. Little did I know the girlfriend had suspected something and had taken a screenshot of his phone while he was out, and he has been kicked out. Damn, he got caught. So currently he's moving around Spain looking for a new sugar mama, but he did try to get serious with his well-off American woman, so he would try anything to live somewhere besides Ireland, but he may return. There was 3 of us in a island, and he recently been saying he needed to go home to renew his driver license. He didn't drive when he lived there, but I do have a car and had offered my spare room in the past for half the rent. So the Danny's sisterhood suspect he was thinking of coming to my place next. I'm telling you this so you don't fall prey for him. If you women and if you're a man trying to get away with this sort of behavior, women have each other's backs these days. We still don't know who the legend is who sent the screenshots, but we're forever grateful. I know I sound like an idiot falling for this, but he is incredibly charming, smart and manipulative, and even though I suspect something I never know for sure, he honestly told the truth, which made me to trust him. But if you come across an attractive man called Danny and these items and his profile, run a mile. He is sick. Okay, damn, yep, the womanhood literally came together to go against this guy. Yeah, this guy, again, sounds fucked. Okay, so, word notice, you ever come across a guy called Danny, 39 on Tinder, who's apparently really attractive and apparently that good looking, just be careful. We got it here first, we got a warning. This was only 8 days ago as well, so this was recent. This is literally a week ago. That is crazy. Meeting her for the first time at her place. Oh, okay. So we got the other perspective now. Hey guys, I am a single 43-year-old man. I'm on Facebook dating, and a woman I've started talking to wants me to come over to her house to meet. She's not unrealistic. I mean, it isn't as though she's young and looking like a bikini model. She's actually 62. Fucking hell, that's a 20-year gap. But beautiful as her age, and I have always been very attracted to women older than me. That's to be fair, I'm the same, to be honest, yeah. Apparently she isn't driving right now because she had recently been in a car accident and either doesn't have a car or said she was getting over her scary experience and not willing to drive. She hit me up for first commenting on my chest and arms in one of my workout pics. We have not brought up anything about having sex or really flirted, but I just know without asking what if she's expecting from me if I come over, and I'm fine with hooking up. I actually have been single for months now, and I'm very excited to have that kind of interaction. I'm putting this post up because I remember doing something like this once about 8 years ago and really nervous because I didn't know if I was stepping into a trap. It wasn't no because I'm still here and we did hook up, but the fear of it being something other than legit hookup seems real to me. I'm not weak. I lift weights and it shows, however, I'm injured and with high grade partial bicep tear from August 9th. My arm is somewhat functional but injured, requiring surgery. I'm not scared too much, but I believe without win of most of the time if I had fight on the trained. Average skilled men. But keep in mind, my dominant arm is composed. I want to hook up with this lady. I asked her if she was 100% single because I didn't want to get shot by a jealous husband or boyfriend, and she assured me it's only her. Am I too paranoid? Is it normal to be scared like this? Because I really do value my life. I know people do these sort of casual encounters all the time on Tinder and stuff, but I also know the internet can be very deceptive place and bad things have happened. What are you guys' thoughts? Please don't rub it in I'm being scared. The point is to express everyone that I do feel scared. My logic is saying that it's a risk reward outcome. But tell me, community, in my opinion, what do you think reality of risk is? If I was to give my opinion on this, I think I would meet on the outside first before I would actually meet at someone else's house. Just in case. I want to get to know the persons first, and if they're a freak, then I wouldn't. I want to go to their house because I want to know what I feel like I'll be trapped, yeah. So I'll meet them on the outside first, then next date, like, or whatever hook up, then I'll go to the house. That's what I would do. Last one, creep Tinder date. I talked to the guy from Tinder. He seemed okay, like a normal IT guy. First thing he asked me if why I have my bio text me but not DTF, and I started telling him, but he told me, okay, tell me more about it on a date. We settled a day when we both free. First time he told me we were going to a restaurant. He was gonna come take me with the car and then bring me home. He comes and takes me to his place, eat a burger and drink some cider. Oh, lovely. I'm pretty sure of myself. I know how to say no and not let myself do stuff I don't want to. I know there's always a risk of getting raped, but I'm not the smartest girl in the world. We ate, drank a bit, not enough to get me tipsy, and he started asking weird questions, saying things like, if I had a daughter and she went to a guy's place she didn't know, like you just did with me, I'd break her legs. What the fuck? I was like, okay, dude, you're not gonna get anywhere with me. He barely knew how to keep a conversation going. Like, sat on his phone most of the time, checking crypto, he said. He tried to kiss me twice. I said, yep, not gonna happen. Like, the vibe wasn't there. It seemed as if he was thinking he had the biggest riz by existing, not saying anything. Weird ass dude. Then he laid on a whole couch and I said, can you please get up so I can sit too? After not doing it and refusing to sit there, he convinced me to lay next to him to watch TV. We watched some and he kept trying to kiss me. I was giving in. Then he asked me what was your favourite position. I said, why would you ask that? He said, to know the future. That is so creepy. And I said, you won't need it, I assure you. And right after he kissed me one more time, he didn't succeed, and then he started humping my side like a dog. I got the biggest ick. At the same time, I wanted to burst out laughing, but my first instinct was to just leave. I got up and said, yep, it's time to go. To my luck, he didn't get offended. Let me leave. I was lucky, and next time I'll be more careful. But dude, it was disgusting as fuck. The way he thought he was okay and he thought it was gonna let him anywhere at his big at age 27. He kept saying he fucks many girls and one time, and if his friends talked to a girl on Tinder at the same time as him, and he was the one that got her. I'm sorry for her, really. Conclusion is I'm asexual for the next 3 months after this. Yeah, this does sound very creepy. Yeah, this guy just wanted a one night stand by the sounds of it. He just wanted to hook up, bit quick shag. That was it. It would probably just like bungee after that. Yeah, literally, like the first time you meet them and you try to kiss them and you ask them what their favourite sex positions are. That's weird, yeah. Okay, with that said, I think we are going to leave it there for today. But yeah, it was something different. I thought, like, you know, we haven't read on any Reddit stuff, you know. But I want to do this, not just Tinder, but other horror stories in general, because I think it'll be interesting. If you guys like this idea, or you got any old horror stories that you want me to read out yourself, then let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.